when you go to the back to assist, the wheelchair is there but the passenger is gone. He actually, the CCTV just showed that he actually just got up like a normal chair, tapped the card, then he walked out of the bus. Hi, I'm Bus Captain Nas, and I'm an Operational Support Officer with A&S Transit. For today, I'll be talking to a child, a youth, and a senior about what goes on in the bus industry. Let's hope they get to learn more today. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Zoe.
Hi Zoe, Nas. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So, what is your job?
My job as an operational officer with the bus industry mainly consists of taking care of drivers, managing vehicles, and most importantly, getting to drive around and also get to understand different clients in our bus industry.
Do people call you like uncle, say hi, good morning, everything like that?
Despite me being only 26 years old, but the moment you sign yourself up to be in the bus captain seat, you will automatically become an uncle, regardless of how old you are.
Do you get bored driving the same route every day?
Back then, in my time with SMRT for public bus, it was better for me to actually try out different routes. Like how people wouldn't want to eat the same thing every day. For me, I would prefer to drive all around the island. Which is also why I moved over to the private bus now. So I get to drive different types of people, like school people, office workers, and get to experience different areas in Singapore.
What's the best thing to do as a bus captain?
I think it's actually the colleagues and the camaraderie that was built between them. So now, like occasionally when I drive the private bus, some would still recognize, even from across the highway, I'm like, hey! A bonus fact is that you can get to eat lunch anywhere. So you get to try out all the different foods in Singapore as well.
What should I do if I miss like a bus stop?
This is where the dilemma comes from every passenger. If you don't blame them, it's always nice to actually just approach the captain. The bus captain will be more than happy to let you alight the next stop. Of course, they have to ensure that nothing happens to you when you're alighting, which is also why they don't allow you to alight in the middle of the road.
So like some bus drivers, they drive around very late at night, isn't it?
With the working hours, especially for our senior drivers, the workload will tend to take a toll on them. So they actually do get tired. And sometimes actually read their time card wrongly and then they departed on the wrong timing. So it's actually very normal. We are all human, so we all do make mistakes. But of course, the company will take into consideration the driver's welfare to make sure that they are actually happy.
I know my friend, he collected like a lot of bus like around his room.
If they are starting at a young age, sooner or later you'll realize when you go to his house, you'll see the actual bus inside his house.
Do you collect any like bus toys?
I used to actually collect all these like old bus models that actually related to the Singapore buses. My collection has expanded to not only the bus figurines, but actually like actual parts of the bus. So things like the license plate, some bus seats, the old displays. It's something to look back on in the future.
Thank you for sharing with me your experience as a bus driver.
It's always more than welcome for the community and people to know more about it.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Nas. What's your name?
I'm Shah.
Shah, hey, nice to meet you.
Okay. What do you do as like a career?
It's more to just bus driving. So I actually take care of drivers and then actually handle fleet maintenance. So buses that need to go for inspection, maintenance is something that I have to keep track on to ensure that the fleet is actually running smoothly.
So you do more than just driving the bus?
Yes, correct.
How different it is from the bus public industry versus the private sector?
For the public bus sector, they actually have quotas and requirements to meet. They actually have to hit a certain goal by every end of the month in order for the authorities to actually award them the incentive. So this also includes adhering to schedules, adhering to service reliability, and also handling fleet maintenance. For private, it's more about catering to the many different types of clients and the types of trips that may be available.
Can you walk us through probably like a typical shift of like a private bus captain looks like?
We actually operate on a similar shift that is adopted to public. In this shift, we call it the split shift. When we handle our clients, we actually send them to office and back from office, either in the morning and the evening. In the center of the day, there's this thing that we call ad hoc trips. So it can be school, it can be people who charter the buses. Hours-wise, can range anywhere from early in the morning to late at night.
Wow, that's very long. And also, have you ever encountered someone tapping their EZ-Link card and then they didn't have enough amount?
Well, I did encounter a few cases before. Normally, we will assess the situation. There are some cases that are genuine and some cases that are just trying their luck, But of course, if you don't have the money to pay for the fare, I would actually take the opportunity to just pay for them, So I do give them a friendly reminder that this can't happen all the time. Once or twice, it's still okay.
What kind of training do you have to do to go to become a bus captain?
So training actually starts from theory, where they actually give you modules such as operating the fare equipment, customer service training, standard operating procedure. There is always a guideline of knowing what to do when anything goes wrong. Then afterwards, you move to driving the bus, where there's actually 3 different tests, and the progression to senior or chief, that will be depends on your service, appraisals down the road to climb up that said ladder.
Then right, have you ever encountered ghostly encounters while driving the bus?
The stories are true. They do come at you when you least expect it. There are times when I am driving off service, just on the highway. So just driving normally, and then you start to hear footsteps from the back, just walking towards you. And then when you look at the mirror, and you look at the camera, then you don't see anyone there. But you can hear the feet coming near you. Just turn on the light and then drive lights on all the way back to the pool.
Wow. I would just leave the bus there.
So shout out to all our bus captains serving Lim Chu Kang and this is Swai Gedong Camp. We salute your bravery.
Well, I cannot imagine. Oh my god. Why do you think that being a bus captain or being in the bus industry is very important?
One way to put it is, if you don't do it, who's going to do it? There are actually many different levels you can actually progress to. To people who think the bus industry is just about driving bus, think of the bigger picture.
I've learned a lot from this session.
I think it's definitely changed your perspective.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, hello. Nice to meet you.
Hey, my name is Ricky.
Ricky, hi, Nas. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I remember during the early the 50s, 60s, the buses were smaller, much smaller, and the seats are 2 rows, 1 row in front and 1 row at the back.
It's a very sad thing. I didn't get to experience things there back then.
What makes you choose this career path?
For me, passion is what drives me forward. Knowing that buses have been part of my blood since a very young age. Dragging my dad when I was 5 years old to Bedok, trying to find the 2 unique SBS bendy buses on Service 18. This passion over the years drives me to a point where I want to give back to the community. I want to give back to the industry.
I can really understand and appreciate how the bus captain sacrificing.
This is the result of the trainings that was offered to us from by the operators, where we are actually supposed to be customer orientated, especially priority on the elderly, those who need special assistance, and also for the fact that nowadays in the bus industry, we're actually calling upon more younger generations to actually start driving the buses. Do you know that our youngest bus captain can be as young as 21 years old?
21 years old?
As long as you possess a Class 4 and you actually possess a vocational license.
How can we support you as a bus captain?
From a commuter's point of view,
Yes.
I would say a simple greeting when you meet them in the morning. When you board their bus, remembering to press the bell in advance when you're alighting.
Okay.
And I think most importantly is not littering and not leaving your belongings behind. All these small things will also actually benefit the bus captain and everybody's journey at the same time.
How does your family and yourself, you share your time?
Work-life balance is definitely important. Because most of the time you'll probably see your clients or the staff that you're transporting most of the time. So it makes you appreciate time with people who have supported you all the way. Much more meaningful.
What is one life lesson that you have learned as a bus captain?
I think the most important one is to be patient in whatever you're doing. Do what you love and see where does your passion takes you. Because when you're doing something you love, getting paid is just a bonus.
Thank you so much, for enlightening me so much on my questions. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
I feel glad that I'm able to share my experiences with the young youth and the senior for today. I believe it may also help others who are contemplating on seeing whether they should join the bus industry. Just give it a try, experience it for yourself. For all you know, it may actually lead to greater things down the road. Bye!
I hope one day I can see you inside the bus as a captain. Then I can call you, hey, Nas, hey, Nas.